Now, ASIO boss Mike Burgess has warned of foreign government hit lists and plots to steal defence secrets during his sixth and most sobering annual threat assessment. He gave this last night. He talked about countries such as Russia, Iran, ramping up sabotage operations against Australia. Here's part of what he had to say last night.
ASIO investigations have identified at least 3 different countries plotting to physically harm people in Australia. In a small number of cases, we held grave fears for the life of the person being targeted. Working with our international partners, we determined this plot was part of a broader effort by the regime to eliminate critics of the foreign government around the world: activists, journalists, ordinary citizens.
Nick, he also spoke about the threats facing the Australian Jewish community.
Anti-Semitism festered in Australia before the tragic events in the Middle East, but the drawn-out conflict gave it oxygen and some anti-Semites an excuse. Jewish Australians were also increasingly conflated with the State of Israel, leading to an increase in anti-Semitic incidents.
Nick, it's frightening to think that we've got countries like Iran planning to use violence to silence their critics who live in Australia.
It's extremely concerning, but also this use of, misinformation, which comes from places like Russia and probably Iran and China too. The rise of this anti-Jewish feeling has been sudden and dramatic. And although I don't think we yet have hard evidence of this, the New South Wales Police have at least canvassed the idea that this might be funded by foreign money. And I think if you look at this whole pro-Palestinian thing around the world, it's clear that somebody is putting serious money into this and filtering down various organisations. So this should be alarming. I mean, I think we tend to be a little bit relaxed and comfortable over this stuff in Australia, a little bit naive perhaps, thinking, we're good fellows. People come down here to pat our koalas and have their photo taken outside the Opera House. But no, in the minds of, malicious countries like North Korea, like Iran, like China, like Russia, they're perfectly prepared to go to whatever lengths it takes to meddle in our democracy, undermine our democracy and take direct action against people that they see as a threat.
And Nick, you spoke about the increase in anti-Semitism, and there seems to be real institutional power behind some of this sentiment, particularly when you look at what's happening on our university campuses, what some of these academics are saying. We're not just talking about a few people on the fringes who've got no power, no influence. People in prominent positions influencing young minds are spewing this poison.
Yeah, I mean, of course, they want to portray this as some kind of spontaneous community reaction, because it's nothing like that. I mean, we've been watching the left for 20 years or more to see their modus operandi, and whether it's climate change or transgender rights or whatever the cause, when you delve into it, there is serious money going into these causes that's deliberately fueling and funding people to work full-time on these campaigns. I've got no reason to believe it's any different at all with this anti-Jewish movement, the pro-Palestinian movement, which is disrupting our civil fabric. It is really putting at threat the whole idea of sort of multiculturalism, which I wanted to work, but now I'm doubting it with this going on. But if we don't think that there's foreign actors or even people within Australia who deliberately provoke this, then we're just totally naive.